All right, so the last day is New Year's Eve. That would have him rising on the 2nd, which, does fit that thing that we've shown you many times. Trump and I's combined number, my Mayday friend, first 5 digits. Next 5 digits, that was me 33 days later, and then 33 days after that, total lunar eclipse. The 9th progression of that is January 2nd. That would have him going down on the 31st. Personal on the 31st was when my Mayday friend crisscrossed. Oh, no, that's not January 12th. That's April. Oh, I know what that is. That's an old personal deal. I'm not going to share that. The rising day, my original marriage date of 3/12/1983, which you multiply it out as 7/138 with an 88. Okay. So you think about the 22 fusing with the 23. And New Year's Eve, by the way, comes to Christmas Eve in Gematria. You key in New Year's Eve and you go down to the simple Gematria and you get Christmas Eve, along with a lot of other stuff. And you do get Wednesday Addams spelled out properly, Miami Dolphins. There it is, Christmas Eve. Very interesting. The number 42, which of course is their big number. 101, which is 101, which is the it's their twin pillars with the O in the middle, or the sun in the middle, or Jachin and Boaz and all that kind of stuff. Resident Evil 150. We went over these during Christmas when we keyed in Christmas Eve. Same items. If you're new to us, hey, just hang in there. What the heck? Let's just see if we can get through, because it's 2022 and 2023. Well, it's text to Trump 88022. Well, we're here at 2022, and it's the last day on New Year's Eve. And so we got smoked if nothing happens in 2022. But if he goes down in 2022 and rises in 2023, or I don't know, but here's the song, Strawberry Letter 23. But Strawberry Letter 23 is not in the lyrics. Strawberry Letter 22 is. A present from you, Strawberry Letter 22. Well, there is a strawberry full moon. But again, all the full moons are really about the Antichrist. When is the strawberry full moon? I think it's May. Oh, it's June. So strawberry full moon is in June. Okay. And so that's the one Trump was born under. This is the song. And, I can't play a lot of it in a row or I get in a lot of trouble. Might be really too loud, huh? Might be really too loud. So maybe you've heard the song before. They're about to say the riff, I think, or the chorus. A present from you, Strawberry Letter 22. All right, 22, which is Groundhog Day and all that whole story. Well, the name of the song is Strawberry Letter 23. So whatever that's worth, we're about to go from 22 to 23. Whatever all that's worth, I really don't know. I don't really know what to tell you. 9/11 to the rising day is 7783 with 21 years, 3 months, 22 days. You got your 21 with 322 coding. Big time. In the hours, 186, 792. If you do it to New Year's Eve, you got to look at the hours. 186. Per the movie The Hours, 7781. But you just don't get much else other than what iPet Goat gives you. And iPet Goat gives you everything for New Year's Eve. Let's take a look at it one more time. iPet Goat 2 at the Heliofont YouTube channel. They have 265,000 subs, 1.6 million views, 10813 comments. Okay. The exact middle of 727 is 343 and a half. At the 343, boom, there it is. New Year's Eve, Day of the Dead, with a New Year's Eve blowout or New Year's blowout. You can do this on New Year's Day in their pagan world. Celebrate New Year's on New Year's Day, celebrate New Year's on New Year's Eve. And now you're also getting a Chinese New Year coming up, which makes it a little harder to kill 2 billion. I think it's January 22nd. Chinese New Year, Year of the Rabbit 2023. January 22nd. And that is when my second wife came and picked up the divorce papers because she needed a loan. Yes, we were divorced in 2009, but it was in 2021 on January 22nd, the 22nd day of the year, and our divorce was on 2/2. Groundhog Day, February 2nd. I was just looking at the years of it. Okay. So that's on the 22nd. So New Year's Eve is January 21st, which is 121 for Antichrist. So that's almost, you're getting into pretty much the last possible times that you're running out of time to kill 2 billion by the total solar eclipse of April 20th. Oh, well, what do you know? It's a new moon in Capricorn, the goat. Dun, 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 dun. So your New Year's Eve is either, in my opinion, the obvious worldly December 31st, January 1st, or it is January 21st, January 22nd. So, wow, right? Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The new moon is in Aquarius. I know it says Capricorn there, but if you look at Aquarius from 1329, that's 1:29 p.m. Well, the new moon is 1553, which is 3:53. That's your Aquarius. See, the sun goes into Aquarius right at about the 20th. Well, on that day, it'll be the 21st, won't it? That's why it's a new moon, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know. I don't even know if I have that right. My brain doesn't work in the world of astrology anymore. I quit that in 2011. When does the sun go into Aquarius 2023? January 21st. It leaves it on February 19th. See, that's what I was thinking. That's on the 19th. Leaves it on February 19th. Aquarius is in the 11th astrology sign of the zodiac. I don't know. Anyway, this isn't an astrology lesson. You get the idea. You got a new moon on the 21st. That's all we need to know. That's when the sun and the moon are both in Capricorn. I'm sorry, Aquarius. So him going down before that or at that. Before that, he would go down in the moon sign of the goat, Capricorn. After that, it's the birthing, it's the water sign of Aquarius, which of course is gigantic. If you're talking New Year's Eve, then it's going to be in Taurus right at noon, 9 minutes after 12 noon. So he would have to go down New Year's Eve, I would suspect, with that Aries, which is all about head wound. But we're already out of the first quarter. First quarter is over and done with. Where the planets are in astrology, astrodientist. I don't know how they actually pronounce it, but Capricorn. So the square, we're way past the square of the moon squaring the sun. At 8 or 9 degrees of Aries, 10, 11, you were squaring the sun, which is at 9 degrees of Capricorn. That's all gone. They're saying every single planet is able to be seen right now in the night sky. Well, whoop-de-doo, fantastic. All the pagan world is dismayed at the signs of heaven. That's what Christmas is all about. Do not learn the way of the heathen, for they are dismayed at the signs of heaven. That's why there's a star on top of your Christmas tree, or a female angel, of course, because it's all about the tree goddess, which comes down to Asherah, Lucifer, grove worship, queen of heaven, queen of the universe. Church on I-4 called Mary, queen of the universe. And the people of that religion, they walk in pride with that. Sheep are never prideful. So you're either looking at still the Aries moon head wound, which makes sense. But you got to love that Chinese New Year, New Year's Eve. That's the cryptic version of what's taking place there, that it's not actually our American New Year's. Do I like him going down on New Year's Eve and rising on the 2nd? Absolutely. That puts a lot of emphasis on something happening then on January 6th, which is the wolf full moon and one of their super big dates that they made super big. Didn't they now? So that's about it. I mean, him rising on the 2nd, Ford versus Ferrari, the Donnie Darko pill bottle, 7/24/1988, progression of 37 days. But the X across the USA on August 21st, 2017, if you count both dates. Or just say it's the day after he rises and boom. That could be the explosion. Ziggy Stardust, Jake Gyllenhaal, Batman movie, June 23rd, 1989. Bart to the Future. Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Total lunar of 2001. A total lunar in 2001 is kind of a big deal. If he was going to go down on the 4th and rise on the 3rd day through the wolf full moon, that does hit on loose change. The thing about 104 is the height of One World Trade Tower, 104 stories. 105 is the rooftop. We just looked it up. So going down on Wednesday Addams, January 4th, it's extremely popular. He would rise on a Friday, spiritually, on that full moon, which is the only day out of the 7 named after a female goddess. Strange Angel, which Jack Parsons, L. Ron Hubbard, Aleister Crowley. It opened with a total lunar eclipse, like a wolf getting hit by an arrow. Well, if that's the case, then that's your wolf full moon. And it just so happens to be a progression. It opened on 6/14, Trump's birthday in 2018. The head coach, Billy Napier of the Florida Gators, it's his birthday. He's the 7th king. The Gators are Devil's Advocate University. That would have him rising on the 6th. I Am Batman, the helicopter ride. Trump Tower opening. I Pet Goat 2 official release date of June 24th. Dr. No, in other words, James Bond Begins. So I like it. I like New Year's Eve tomorrow. I love January 4th. And then I love January 21st, 121. I mean, he could go down on 119 on the 19th. He could go down on 119 and rise on the new moon in 121, and then ascend out up through the full moon. That would have him going down on a Thursday and rising on a Saturday at the new moon. Because then the full moon is on February 5th in Leo, the lion. So anyway, that's about it. We're just looking at a lot of stuff, aren't we? Sure are. Sure are. Sure are. 9/11, you want to run it through to 2023 on January 19th. 7,800 even. 187 in the hours. With 872. 1872. And 872 was my marriage to my second wife. Which got 86. I'm sorry I paused. I'm looking at something that's blowing my mind. On the 19th, which is 119 for Donald, and even 7,800 days. 21 years, 4 months, 8 days. That's 214, which the 214th verse of Revelation is the first time deadly wound is mentioned, fused with 148. It's 21 years, 4 months, 8 days. 148 is Donald J. Trump in simple gematria. My goodness, he's going to go down on the 19th and rise at 121. Antichrist. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. It's 21 years, 4 months, 10 days. You still have your 214. You have your 187,248 in the hours. Remember the movie The Hours, which was one of the heaviest dramas, one of the most depressing movies you could ever watch. I knew from that title, they're telling you to look at the hours. And it's 187. Movie, The Hours. I mean, to tell you, Meryl Streep, Julianne Moore, Nicole Kidman, Ed Harris. Oh, we got time later. It came out on Christmas Day. It is 114, which is 1 hour, 54 minutes, 114 minutes. The Hours movie clip. The Hours movie clip. Virginia Woolf was her name. Wolf Full Moon. Really? It's just it's the heaviest drama you could ever watch. That clock says 5:20. Nicole Kidman's has like this gigantic nose extension. So it's the Chinese New Year, isn't it? I got a copyright strike just for showing, even with no sound, they gave me a copyright strike when I was showing those heads blowing up in that one movie. Yeah, they gave Nicole like this special nose so she would look like Virginia Woolf. That sums up the whole movie. It is not a feel-good movie. Depressing. When that movie's over with, you're just like, it has sucked all of the life out of you. Just sucked you dry. You got nothing left. Look at all the just heavy drama. Just staring into space. Is anybody even saying anything in this clip?
You left Richard.
You left Richard. Yeah, it's great. You know, it's got all that kind of stuff in it. And this guy's dying of AIDS. More feel good.
The voices are always here.
And it's the voices that you're hearing now, isn't it?
She's trying to get him not to kill himself. He goes out the window. The window he's sitting in. They used to date, but he's gay. Something like that. Yup. I'm telling you right now, it's one of those kind of flicks. Just feel good. Feel so good about yourself and about life. And yeah, that scrying mirror you're watching when you watch those movies. So you get to the 21st. I don't have that in here yet, the 19th and all that. Yeah, I do. Oh boy. So what is the 21st? Loose Change, October 2nd, 2022, Escape from New York, Trump implosion casino, Maggie. There's a lot in there. Yeah. What's the 19th? Christopher Nolan birthday, Heath Ledger death, Trump posing with Bible, Skyfall, Take the Bloody Shot, Elvis birthday. By the way, Elvis birthday, 118. The day before 119. Challenger NASA Day. Not a what's it called? The anagram for NASA, not a space agency. Ken Miles' death, which Christian Bale played him in Ford versus Ferrari. See, that's a nice connection. So lots to look at. January 4th, January 19th, and of course tomorrow, New Year's Eve. January 2nd is a possibility. Not going to throw it out. February 4th, which is right before that full moon, is the next 33 progression after our January 2nd. Because there's a 31. Anyway, love you guys.